The hero Ains is back. Last time we saw Momin, he was sending a bunch of skeletons packing, single-handedly clearing out the undead threat near Irentel. So the whole town basically owed him their lives. But Ains knows one good deed ain't enough to make a name for himself. No, if he wants the world to know his true name, it'll take something more. Fortunately, opportunity is coming his way. In fact, it arrives right at the guild in the form of a new request, one that may be his big chance to get his name out there. It's actually a double request, one from a duke and a lord demanding the same thing: find the rogues Clementine and Khajiit and bring them to justice. Apparently, these two are a legendary mage and a fearsome warrior who murdered an entire party of adventurers just outside the city. Like seriously, they go around killing parties of adventurers, stealing their stuff and laughing at them. If that's not a classic villain origin story, I don't know what is. Ains has heard of them too. Actually, he's seen their names in the system window while watching the Adventurers Guild leaderboard like a total nerd. What he didn't see until now is an opportunity. His fingers tighten around his empty glass as he considers the request. Yes, he wants to be famous. But more than that, he wants to show people the true might of Nazarick, of Ains Wilgown. He looks up, locking eyes with a confused Nabe. Shall we go on an adventure together? A request from the Kingdom Adventurers Association, Nabe responds, looking over the papers. It seems this Clementine and Khajiit have made quite the name for themselves, killing off parties of adventurers and leaving behind only mockery. For whatever reason, my curiosity has gotten the better of me. As usual, Nabe is always ready to help. Honestly, I think that guy would fight alongside Ains no matter what because his master asked him to. That's friendship. Or maybe he just really likes violence. I don't know. Then let's accept the request. I also wish to meet these two. It seems our dear old friends are traveling once again, this time on the road leading out of town. The first clue left by Clementine and Khajiit were the bodies of their victims, all laid out in front of a broken-down carriage. Ains inspects the bodies of the adventurers, confirming their deaths and checking their status windows. Yep, it looks like they went out fast. He can't sense any undead aura though, which means these two aren't raising the dead yet. Well, at least not here. Ains closes the status window and turns his attention back to the road. He kneels down beside one of the corpses and examines the damage. Aside from being stabbed multiple times, this adventurer has a nasty gash across his neck. A skilled swordsman, probably the work of Kachag then. And their dagger must be enchanted or blessed or something. The cuts almost look like they're burning away. It's definitely going to hinder our investigation. But Ains has a plan. He discreetly drains some of the life force from the corpse, then uses it to cast resurrection on him. He stands up and watches as the adventurer slowly wakes up. Now that he's alive, Ains asks him everything he can about his attackers. What did they look like? How many were there? What weapons did they use? The adventurer gives him all the information he can, including a description of how the battle went down. Turns out his party was ambushed while sleeping, save for their lookout who tried warning them. But even he couldn't do anything against Claggett. And it's not surprising. The man is apparently a beast of a warrior who takes joy in toppling others with ease, all while laughing like a madman. Sounds fun. The question is, where did he go after this? Unfortunately, the man doesn't remember. The last thing he remembers is getting cut on the neck and passing out. Once Ains is done with his little interrogation, he brings the man back to the town, leaving him with enough money to cover his expenses and a few extra platinum pieces for being such a good sport. Now, thanks to his magic, Ains is one step closer to catching these guys. And honestly, he's excited. He hasn't had a proper fight in forever. Oh, sure, he fought that Beelzebub a while ago, but that was a long time ago and that wasn't even a real fight. Ains is looking forward to testing his strength against these new opponents, especially Clementine. He's actually been reading up on her since hearing of her exploits. Turns out she's one of the strongest mages in the area, specializing in curses and death magic. Ains smiles under his helmet. Perfect. He was hoping to face a mage this time. He wants to test out those spells he stole from that guy Bukuba Kohagama. The following day, Ains and Nabe leave the city, tracking Clementine and Khajiit to a ruined cathedral. Apparently, they tried robbing a merchant convoy earlier that morning, but they fled when guards arrived. No worries though, the two runaways knew exactly where they were going, heading deep into the forest just outside the city walls. That meant only one thing: a confrontation. However, that confrontation is put on pause when Ains spots an injured bird caught in some vines. You know, he's not much of an animal rights activist, but it would be a shame if someone else found the poor thing and used it as target practice. Yeah, the fight could wait. Ains approaches the bird, gently freeing it from the vines. It looks up at him, shaking its head and lets out a chirp. Ains smiles. There, you're free to go now. But the bird doesn't fly away. It hops closer, chirping louder, as if trying to say thank you. Then suddenly, it drops to its knees and bows its head. Holy crap, it's acting like a lizard person. Ains reaches out, wondering if it's friendly or hostile, when the ground behind him explodes. A dark figure leaps out of the hole, landing in front of him. Haha, got you. He grins, revealing sharp fangs. Who are you? Ains asks, drawing his sword and preparing for battle. Me, my name is Kachag, the one who will cut you down and send you to your grave. Ains raises his sword, ready for a fight. Finally, it's happening. I was getting bored of waiting, so I decided to come find you myself, but Kachan isn't the only one. Another figure emerges from the trees, levitating above the ground. I'm sorry to interrupt your little reunion, but I have something to say. Ains recognizes that voice anywhere. Clementine. So you finally show yourself. Just as I predicted, you came running to protect your precious territory, but it's too late. Your pathetic lives are forfeit. Territory? I don't know what you're talking about. We were just hunting a bird, Kachan says innocently, sheathing his sword and staring intently at the one in Ains's hands. What? Hunting? I thought you were supposed to be strong. Don't tell me you came all this way just to kill a bird. That's right. You want to do something about it? Oh. You want to fight me? Very well. I accept your challenge. Suddenly, Ains feels a chill go down his spine. This woman is hiding her power, suppressing it to match his own. Just what is she planning? As Kachi steps forward, Ains casually sidesteps, letting the man walk right past him. He's been playing dumb so far, pretending to be overwhelmed by the situation. But now it's time to end this charade. I suppose I should stop pretending. With that, Ains drops the act and lets his power bleed out of him. The sudden surge of energy knocks Clementine and Katja backward. She can't believe what she's seeing. Is that a great lord? What kind of power is this? On the other hand, Katja looks positively giddy. Finally, someone worthy of his blade.